back in Vietnam, my native country, before I moved here, I conducted business for a Taiwanese group. So my boss came to Vietnam as a investor, agricultural investor. But once he got the license, pretty much he was a business broker. So he brought in a lot of different companies, like woodware, consumer wear, seafood, army supplies kind of deal. So I pretty much was the key local manager for them. So pretty much I could make things happen for them, made all the possible connection. And I can sign off all these payment, like a letter of credit for hundreds of $1,000s. Mm-hmm. And from this experience, I learned to know that I have that business acumen. So when I moved to US, I made a great decision that went back to school for my graduate degree, because I wanted to do business the way the American do. And one factor is so encouraging for me is we don't have to do business in a zigzag way in US. We can do it in a straight way, and it's okay, we can thrive. And that is so exciting. But again, at that moment, I hadn't thought about went on my own. So after I finished my degree, I started apply for higher position. At that time, I worked for the County of Orange. And big corporation interviewed me for a couple hours. And then they would tell me that, Kim, we're sorry, you do not have enough experience working in US. I was so discouraged and disappointed. And I was thinking that, okay, so in this case, I just go ahead and do it on my own. So that's how I started. My ex-husband was my bank in the first 3 years of the business. At the first 3 years, as you know, no bank is going to look at you or talk to you because you don't have a history. You don't have a proven track record. So he did lend me money, and the business after, I believe that when we were 2.5 years, the bank started talking to us, and we pay him all back. Whatever you do, it cannot be just for money. It has to be a good cause, something that you feel good about it. Like in my case, I have a recruiting and staffing business. We have been in business for 13 years, and we have gone through 2 economic recessions. And to me, how do we do that? How do we survive? Because we believe that, and especially me as the head of the company, I often, tell my staff in the weekly meeting, I tell them that what we do is significant. What we do is important, because in everybody's life, there's 2 aspects that important. One is the family, and the other aspect is work. So what we are helping people here is the work. We can help them with the right job, put them in the right environment, and they can be happy, and they can put in the best. And guess what? From that placement that we make, it can be their career. We make a difference in people's life. Mm-hmm. So, that is the first thing. The second thing is that I would think, the integrity has a long way. It comes back to you tenfold. Meaning, we need to stay true with what we believe. And we need to talk the walk and walk the walk. Mm-hmm. And what happened is that customers, job seekers, workers, associates and anybody that we associate that with, they can see it and they come back to us and they support us, you know. And I mean, I'm not very good at marketing, and I will engage the service of some of my peers that I met at the Business Express, hosted by your organization, to help me with marketing. We are not spend a lot of money on marketing. We not actively do much. So 85% of my business is more like a referrals. And people cannot refer you or endorse you if you cannot deliver, or you do not stay true to what you claim that you do. So the last point I want to mention, which is a very big point, is that the ability to get up and move on and move up after each setback. And I have learned through the years to appreciate and embrace adversity. Because with adversity, it forces us to stand back and look at what we do and change the course. If that does not happen, we might not do something good, but we continue to do it. But adversity will put you to the point that you have to change course to survive. So adversity becomes a friend, not something that we will whine and cry about. In hindsight, I would think that cancer does me more good than bad. Before that, I plug into my business 10, 12 hours a day. I just abused my body. And my friends, whenever they met me, they told me that, Kim, you looked so stressed out. And when that cancer happened, I had to take 7 months out. And when I came back, I learned that I need to take care of my body. It is my passion to read books about business-related books. It's just fascinating to me, And I remember one time I read the book from Stephen Covey, and he talking about if I have to cut down the tree in a day, I would spend the first 8 hours sharpen my saw. And that is exactly what small business need to do. That we need to sharpen our skills on a daily basis so that we can do work better, faster, more effectively to stay competitive. And also one thing that I want to share with you is that I have the matter of ego in a way that I take a lot of pride in my name and what I do. So if I take on a task, I cannot do a lousy job. So even though it is a voluntary job, if you pay me $10 an hour or you pay me 6 figures a year, if I take that job, the quality would be the same. In a way, people say that that's good. But for a business owner, an entrepreneur, it might not be good because we have to let go some area. We cannot demand a perfection everywhere because you don't have enough time. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough resources to be perfect on every field. You have to pick and choose. So I think that part, I would think that is my biggest weakness. And I mean, if any organization know that, just talk to me. And if I take it, you're sure that I will do a great job on it.